Have you ever stopped and wondered why you pick one brand over another? I mean, especially when the products seem, almost exactly the same? Well, I can tell you it is definitely not an accent. It's a really powerful strategy called positioning, and we're about to break down the entire playbook.
To really get this, let's start by heading to a place that's, well, let's be honest, it's a pretty boring part of the supermarket, the cleaning aisle.
For years and years, this aisle was just a total sea of sameness. And then this brand called Method showed up. They looked at this incredibly cluttered, boring space and saw a huge opportunity. They just broke through by rethinking everything, from the design of their bottles and those bright colors to their non-toxic ingredients.
See, the founders of Method understood this one fundamental challenge. They knew that if you look, feel, and act like everybody else, you're basically invisible. So they used that exact problem as their launchpad, and they proved that even in the most crowded market imaginable, a unique position can absolutely fuel some phenomenal growth.
So how'd they pull it off? Well, they totally mastered a core marketing strategy called positioning. And it's not just about a flashy design or a clever ad. It is a very disciplined process of claiming a very specific spot inside the customer's mind.
Okay, so let's really dig into this definition. At its core, positioning is about carving out a piece of mental real estate. The goal is to be so intentional, so deliberate that when a customer thinks of a specific need, say, eco-friendly cleaner that looks good, your brand is the only one that pops into their head for that reason.
And the whole point of all this work is to create a crystal clear value proposition. It's the simple, compelling answer to the single most important question a customer has. Why should I pick you over all the other options?
And this is where you can see how legendary brands are built, on one single, unwavering promise. For decades, Volvo owned the word safety. They didn't even try to be the fastest or the sexiest. Nope, they were the safest. And Domino's? They built an empire not on being the most gourmet pizza, but on speed and convenience. That kind of clarity, that's power.
So you might be thinking, okay, that's great for them, but how do you actually do it? Well, it's not some kind of marketing magic. It actually comes down to a simple 3-step playbook that pretty much any company can follow.
This playbook is basically a roadmap. It helps you figure out, 1, who you're really competing against, 2, what makes you similar to them, but also what makes you better, and finally 3, how to boil all of that down into its absolute essence. First things first, you have to define your battlefield. This means identifying your target market for sure, but also getting real about who you're really competing with. And it's not always the obvious players. Sometimes your biggest threat is a totally new technology or just a different way of solving your customer's problem.
Okay, step 2 is where the real magic happens. First, you've got to figure out your points of parity. These are the table stakes, the absolute minimum you need just to be in the game. But then comes the crucial part, defining your points of difference. This isn't just a feature, this is your winning move. It's the one thing that makes a customer choose you every single time.
Miller Lite just executed this move perfectly. When they launched the first Big Light beer, they had to establish a point of parity, that it tastes great, just like a regular beer. But their killer point of difference was that it was less filling. That slogan right there brilliantly captures that balance between what customers already expect and the unique benefit only they could deliver.
All right, finally, step 3. This is where you distill your entire strategy into what's called a brand mantra. Now, this is super important. This is not a catchy slogan for your customers. It's a short, powerful phrase that acts as an internal compass, guiding every single decision your company makes. So, get this. While Nike's slogan that we all know and love is "Just Do It," their internal mantra, the thing they repeat to their designers and engineers, is authentic athletic performance. It ensures everything they make serves that core purpose. For Disney, it's fun family entertainment, which keeps them focused and stops them from chasing shiny objects that don't fit their brand.
But look, having a playbook is one thing. Putting it into practice in the real world, that's another. Because positioning isn't some one-time exercise. It is a constant, never-ending battle for that top spot in your customer's mind.
And you can see this fight play out perfectly between Visa and American Express. Visa's point of difference is acceptance. It's just everywhere. Amex's POD has always been prestige. But the fascinating part is watching how they compete now. Visa offers premium cards to create a point of parity on prestige, while Amex is trying to get accepted in more places to create a point of parity on convenience. It's a constant chess match.
But to really, truly dominate, the best brands out there know it's not enough to just win the logical argument. They've got to go beyond the features and benefits. They need to connect not just with the head, but with the heart. That's where emotional branding comes in.
Yeah, some experts believe the most powerful brands evolve into what they call love marks. Just think about a brand like Apple. They create mystery with their secret product launches. They appeal to the senses with the clean design of their stores and the feel of their devices. And they build intimacy through a whole community of passionate fans. It's about a connection that's way deeper than just a transaction.
So, when you boil it all down, brand positioning isn't just some exercise you put on a marketing slide. When it's done right, it becomes the absolute core of a company's entire strategy. Really, it's a strategic superpower.
I mean, just look at Starbucks. Their incredible success isn't just about the coffee itself. It's about their laser focus on delivering on their brand mantra, a rich, rewarding coffee experience. Literally every single decision flows from that simple phrase.
You can see how that mantra acts like a filter. Rich and rewarding directly leads to their points of difference. The high-quality coffee, the comfy atmosphere, the friendly baristas. But they also know they can't ignore the basics, their points of parity. They still have to be convenient enough to compete with a place like McDonald's. It's that disciplined balance that creates this fortress around their business that is just so hard for anyone else to copy.
And here it is, the ultimate payoff. The data just doesn't lie. When you win the battle for mind share and heart share, you win the war for market share. Just look at competitor B here. As they capture more of the customer's mind and heart, their actual business grows. There's a direct line from great positioning straight to profit.
So the next time you're out shopping and you just instinctively reach for one product over another, stop for a second and ask yourself, what unique space has that brand so successfully claimed in my mind? Because what feels like a simple, personal choice is almost always the result of a brilliant and very deliberate strategy.